This is the card we're going to be making today. Isn't it cute? This is with the gnomes. I can't think of the name of the paper right now. Let me see if I can find it. Storybook Gnomes. And I just took the paper and I cut them out. That's the other side, and it was okay that I use the gnomes from here, because if I want, I still have a little bit that I can use. Excuse me. And this is the mushroom toadstool, and that's the other side. So I took some of these and I cut them up for the inside of this one, but I'm going to be putting it on the outside, like on the envelope of the other one. But isn't this is so nice. It will be perfect for Christmas scenes. And the deer's so cute, and the fox, and the birds, and the trees. And then you could just do a background of just this. Or you could use that. Like, there's so many ones to use. This one I really like. I think this one will be beautiful for Christmas. Now I have, this is the Boughs of Holly, I believe. It's I think it's on back order right now, but this is the piece that I used. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's that background. And then the poinsettias are just stunning. This one, I'm going to cut this up and I'm going to make this into a Christmas card too. Oh, there we are. No, I guess it doesn't matter. Goes either way. Isn't this pretty too? Like, they're so nice. And then if you want just a plain background, you've got them. But look at all the poinsettias. Don't like this one quite as much as this one, but you've got another side, so you're okay, whatever way you want to go. So I use the Ranunculus Romance for the Just For You, and I used the Aspen tree dies, and I used this right here, and I cut it out of Evening Evergreen, and then I took basically this one out of the dies, this die here, and cut it out of Pale Papaya. And then I have my butterflies. So I cut one of these out, and I cut a male and a female troll, and I die cut the aspen trees and die cut this, and I punch that out. So I will show you that. Okay, now I'm gonna move this over here and pull out my Hi, I'm Cheryl Rowling, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for joining me today. Don't worry about sizes or supplies for this card, as they are attached to this video. If you enjoy watching this video, could you please like and share, as this helps me grow my channel? And if you could leave a comment, that would be wonderful, as I love to see where you're watching from or what you think of the card. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button and hit notifications so you will know when I post a new video. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. My contact information is attached. And hopefully I won't lose anything. Oh, you know me. I am gifted. Oh, so gifted. So I'm going to pull, since I'm going to be gluing so much. See there? And then this goes over top of it. Isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love how this looks. So pretty. Now in Canada, these would be called birch trees, but in the States they're called aspen trees. So you can think of it whichever way you are, if you are a Canadian or American. And in other countries, honestly, I don't know. You'll have to let me know if you're from a different country, like in Europe, Australia. I have a few people that watch from all over, and I would love to know what you call these trees. They're usually white and brown and some dark grays and that on them. Before we moved, we had a birch tree in our front yard, and I absolutely loved it. It was the tree that we hung all the Christmas decorations on, and the specialty ones, like the Easter ones. We put the Easter eggs and all that kind of things on our birch trees, and the children loved it. And whenever we decorated, it was like, what are we going to put on whichever season, what are we going to put on the birch tree? Now they're cut the same size so that they should match up, and there shouldn't be any overhang. Now if there is, that's okay, we will just cut it off, but it looks pretty good. So we're going to glue this down to the what is it called? I can't even think. Soft succulent. That's it. Crazy how your mind goes blank and it just doesn't work. I have to move my water and get my pin. There we go. Come on. Don't come gushing out. Okay, poke it again. I was just using it. Don't know what happened. Well, isn't that silly? There, that's working better. I must have to clean out my tip of my cap. Maybe that's the problem. I haven't done that for a while. And we'll get that on. Try to get it even. And I've got glue. What else is new? It's so nice and quiet here. Everybody's sleeping. Well, not my husband and my son-in-law, but the others are all, well, or they're playing quietly. Let's put it that way. I like quiet. It's so nice and peaceful, and it just is wonderful. Okay, so now I've I pull everything out, and I'm going to like on this card I have a boy and a girl. These are going to, I send a card to my grandchildren every month, or at least I try to. So this is for my granddaughter and grandson, whereas this one is 2 boys. It's for my 2 grandsons. So that's why the difference. You can do whatever you want, but this is my reasoning for that. Now, if I had 2 girls in the family, then I would have put 2 girls, but I have 2 boys and a boy and a girl, so I worked it out that way. Now This is my first boy. And I'm trying to get them towards the ground so they don't seem to be floating in air. They've got the green behind them, so they're attached to the ground because grass is green, right? So and I'm putting them, trying to get them within the framework of the evening evergreen too. You don't have to, you could put it over top, but I just am choosing to do that. Now, I'm going to put this aside for a minute and bring out my cardstock. And I'm getting my Just For You. And I'm going to stamp that. There we go. Put that aside. Now I have to get those out of the way because they hurt my fingers otherwise when I pinch down. Okay, I am going to take a Post-it note and make it easier for myself. There we go. And then I can move this back and forth and adjust it to where I want it, just because I added that handle on there of a Post-it note. And I'm trying to get it centered this way and centered this way. And that's about as good as I can do. There we go. And actually, I could have got it a little bit higher, but that's okay. So now what I'm doing is I punched out 2 of these in the soft succulent. So I'm going to put it behind. So this one I am going to cut down the center. And this one I am going to cut this way, lengthwise through the center. And then I will show you how I did it. All I did is I put glue back here. And then I got my silicone mat and put it on top. And then I decided how much of the green I wanted to show. Just like that. Then I did the other end. Just like that. And I'm trying to make sure it's in this, like, lined up so that it's equal here and here. And now I've got an itchy hand. Like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. I should have put lotion on before I started. That's what I should have done. Now, I'm going to do the same kind of thing here. But if you see, you probably can't see it, but there's a little bit here sticking out. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut this, let me see if I can see it, like that and like that. And when I put this down, see, it just finishes it up. So I'm going to do the same on this one. You go right in the corner and then you just cut it back a little bit. Make sure it's in the corner and then like that. So and it doesn't matter what this looks like because it's on the back and it's going to be dimensional up and you're not going to see it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. Whoa! And drop it. Because I want to do that, right? I need to get covered in glue. It wouldn't be me doing a card if I wasn't covered in glue, it seems. There. See how pretty that is? It just finishes it off. Now I gotta switch this around. And then too wide. Whoops. Did too much. It's, oh, it just doesn't want to stay put. I think it's my fingers, the glue. Again. Come on, just a little bit more. Not too much. There we go. Now I'm going to push it down so that it's done. But isn't that pretty? Like just finishing it off like that. It's going to look gorgeous on the card. And then I'm going to put only two dimensionals on this, because I'm not putting them at the very edge. I'm putting them more towards the center, and then I only need 2. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Put that back. And now I'm going to try to get this even on here and here. It's not the easiest doing it without my head in the way, but I don't want my head in the way because I don't want to interfere with your sight. Now, here's my butterfly, and here's my glue dot, and I'm just going to roll it up a bit. And then I'm going to attach it to the back at the one end, and then I'm going to try to pull it down and put it a little bit farther down and stretch it a little bit. There, see how much I've stretched it? I've stretched it from here to there, so it almost covers the whole body of this butterfly. Now I'm going to push it down and attach it, and then I'm going to puff those wings up. So what do you think? Pretty cool, eh? And so easy. Now this is where I'm changing it up just a little bit. I'm putting this on the inside, whereas I put the scene on the inside and I put these on the outside of the envelope. And I thought afterwards this might travel better in through the mail if it didn't have as large a piece on the outside at the front. Like I put them on the envelope flap and they're fine, but it's a larger piece and it's at the back of the card, so I don't think it gets the use that the front gets, or the abuse, I should say, because I used to work in the postal system and I delivered rural mail, and oh my goodness, the way the mail was treated is like, whoa, crazy. So now I'm just going to take this little tiny scene and I'm going to put it down here. And isn't that cute? It just gives a hint of what's inside. And like I said, this is my August card for my grandkids. Getting kind of late, isn't it? I am just amazed at how fast August has disappeared. Like, where in the world did August go to? like July went fast, but we went on vacation. We were doing a bit of canning. August, I've done a lot of canning too, but just a little bit here and there, and but we were looking forward to our holiday and spending time together as a family. I was so looking forward to spending time with my family. My family means everything to me. So to be able to spend a week with them, not all of them, some came at different times, but we all got to be there at the same time on some days, and it was just wonderful, just absolutely wonderful. And I'm looking for the next time we can go. And my sister-in-law and brother-in-law came. It was wonderful. We just had such a great time. So I know why July disappeared, because I was looking forward to that. But August, I don't look forward to this fall. Because that means the kids go back to school. It gets colder. I don't like the cold. I like the heat. And it's going to be snowing. Yeah, silly me. But anyways, I hope you like my card. If you could like, share, comment, let me know what your trees are called. That would be wonderful. If you're from a different country, I would love to know that. But I know in the States they're aspen, and I know here they're birch in Canada. But other countries, it would be nice to hear. And thank you so much for letting me know where you're from, you're watching from. I'm getting people from all over the United States and Canada and Europe and even Australia. That is so cool. It's just wonderful to hear. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate everybody. And if you can, subscribe, and you will be notified of the videos that come out. Thank you so much. Bye now.